John, as good as a performance since you've been Widnes coach, you think?
I think so, yeah. I really do, and it's lovely when things that you practice that we did during the week really pay off, and the players executed the game plan absolutely to perfection. So I've got nothing but admiration for how well the players have performed today. But the thing is, I've just said to them in our debrief that they've now set a standard. So what we've got to do is aspire to hit that standard on a consistent basis, and that's the challenge in front of us.
Was it almost a perfect response to last week? I know you were quite disappointed after that game against Bradford.
Yeah, I think it was a great response, but it's a different type of game because you've only to look at the size of the field. It's vastly different to the Bradford field, and it allows you to play a different type of game. And we adapted our training in order to cater for that. And I'm really pleased with what the players came up with. I thought they were very clever. I thought they made some great decisions, played some scintillating rugby league in that first half, and then in the second half they were very mature, very professional, and saw the game out in a very professional manner.
You mentioned the attack there because of course it's been your defence that's been getting a lot of the plaudits in them first 3 games, but the attack really seemed to click, especially in that first half.
Yes, it did. Well, that's been our major focus this week in our prep for this, because as you rightly say, we are at the minute regularly just conceding either 2 or 3 tries, which is credit to the players. And when you can build upon that solid foundation, you can then look about what you're going to do with ball in hand. But I thought our ends of sets as well were really good. I think Danny Craven really did. It really did marshal us, and it put us about the field in the right areas. And obviously Joey Lyons backed him up, and Jack Owens is just having a great season. And when you put Matty Fozzard in there, you've got a pretty good spine.
And of course you are missing a few of the players that you might have expected to have been part of that spine in Tom Gilmore, Jordan Johnson. You mentioned Joe Lyons there. You must be pleased at how the players who are coming in, replacing maybe those players, are performing.
Yeah, well, one man's misfortune was another man's opportunity, and I think you're seeing that with Joey, and he is growing, he's becoming more confident, more self-assured, and I think that's showing in his performances. But really pleased. But the spine can't do that without the guys in the middle and the 3/4 rolling the sleeves up, doing some pretty hard work and pretty smart hard work, and I think they did that pretty well.
We talked in the pre-season about how tough this opening period of games was. You must be pretty pleased with where you're at after this 4-game chunk so far.
Yeah, out of the 4, I am pleased, because, as I say, I felt we lost the Bradford one, and that was down to us, but they've certainly rectified that tonight. But obviously there's a heck of a challenge next week. We're going up against the Sheffield Eagles team, who are 3 from 4, have played some really good rugby league. I mean, I watched their game against Batley when they won 36-0, and my word, they did play well. So we're going to have a challenge there, but at the minute this group are embracing those challenges, they're enjoying those challenges, and they're playing some good rugby league.
Did you feel that, being on TV as well, it was a good opportunity to maybe show what your Widnes Vikings side's about this season? Because I think some people haven't necessarily mentioned you a great deal when talking about the top 6 reckoning and things like that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad about that, and I hope they don't mention us in the future as well. We're happy to go under the radar. We know the ability that's within the side, and we know that the work that we're putting in is fruitful and purposeful, and we'll keep doing that week in, week out, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the season.
And what about the crowd as well tonight?
Tremendous.
You saw the backing that some of that scintillating rugby, as you described in the first half, really got the fans behind the team.
It did, yeah. I think the fans have had a ball tonight, haven't they? As you rightly say, it's great, isn't it, playing at this stadium under the lights? It really is, and to sort of have that atmosphere as well, it really does. It buoys you, and it makes you enthusiastic and enjoy the game, and I think the players demonstrated that. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the fans, and 7 or 8 out of 10 for the players.
I mean, just on that final note, I guess you must look at the performance as well. Is it an excellent performance overall? But I'm sure there's points of improvement within that as well, which must encourage you.
There certainly is, yes, there certainly is. I think you've referred to the first 10 minutes. Well, there's one, and then obviously we're letting in a couple of soft tries at the end as well. So there's certainly areas that we can pick up on and improve upon, but there's also lots of things that we've done pretty well.
And I can't let you go without mentioning the Challenge Cup. Of course, yourself and the club have got a great Challenge Cup history. Really interesting tie against West Warriors to look forward to.
Yeah, it is. It's a good draw, and it's a draw that obviously people would make us heavy favourites to go through, and but we'll apply ourselves in that after the Sheffield game. At the minute, all the focus and all the intensity will be focused upon Sheffield Eagles.